What's up, guys? Nethervvoid here with some more World of Tanks for you, and I know I haven't done... Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Cussing right when the video gets started. So, this video right here... Damn, I am totally discombobulated. I was trying to start this video, and it just kind of freaked out on me. Anyway, I know I haven't done Mastery Series in a while. In fact, I only have one video on it, and that's because Mastery has been fairly elusive for me lately. I just haven't been playing World of Tanks as much, and I think with any combat game like this that takes even a little bit of twitch and remembering lots of different tactics as you're playing the game that really need to come second nature, if you take a week or two off, you're going to see some getting a little bit rusty in your gameplay. I think that's pretty much definite in this game, in War Thunder, obviously in Call of Duty or Battlefield or any of those games. It's even more obvious there. Obviously. Can I say obviously anymore? Probably. So obviously, this is an awesome game. This is, I don't even remember, the name of this tank is kind of funky. VK4502A. This is the Tier 8 German heavy tank, the opposite of the Tiger II, basically. And I have everything for this tank but the top turret. So I have the best gun, which is the long 10, or actually no, this only gets the short 10.5. So it's only got 200 pen, 320 damage. It actually makes it a little bit harder to use than the Tiger II. Another thing that makes it harder to use is it doesn't really have any armor on it. It does have speed, though. That's kind of nice. It has a lot of mobility. Right here, it also has the crap turret. Now, this turret should be very obvious when you look at this tank. It's a lot different than the top turret. This is the Henschel turret, I believe, the H turret. Correct me if that's wrong. The Porsche turret is the upgrade. Nice hit on that 34-1 right there, Chinese medium. So if you see a guy with this turret, you can go right through it. It's butter. It's like 100 mil armor. That's about it. So anything can go through this turret. So always shoot for the turret if you see a guy with this turret. Even on a Tiger II, especially if it's on a Tiger II, actually, because the Tiger II has pretty decent armor on the upper and lower plates. This thing, on the other hand, you can pretty much shoot it anywhere if they have the unupgraded turret. So what you need to do with this thing, kind of what I'm doing here, is I'm being a little bit sneaky. I'm trying to get as little bit of the tank out there as possible and making sure we don't get flanked right here by that stupid 34-1. One thing I will say is, right off the bat, my team is actually is doing a pretty good job in this game. So it's not all me. Right here you can see them doing tons of damage to these two lackeys just kind of sitting out in the open. Really not the way you want to play this part right here. Now, the dings I get on the slow are because I'm shooting the upper plate, which is actually highly angled right here. Let's stop it. Well, let me get out there right now. So as you can see, he's angled slightly up on that hill, which means his upper plate is actually more angled than usual, which it's a 120 mil plate. Correct me if that's wrong. But the lower plate, which is very soft, is actually less angled than usual. So this is definitely a time you must shoot the lower plate and not the upper plate. So the times I shoot the upper plate, it's because I don't want to expose myself too much and I'm trying to get a shot off too fast, when if I just took a little bit of extra time, it wouldn't be such a big deal. And the reason I'm not getting hit is because look at all the targets that are out here. That's a lot of targets to shoot at. This is why teamwork and getting your team to all focus fire and actually get out there and spread the damage around is really one of the keys to good gameplay. So there's the lower plate right there. I love how the new changes to, I guess it's XVM, how it shows the percent of your hit and also your exact hit damage. So getting 300 damage and how much percent off the tank it's doing is really nice to see. And always how the hit points left and the total hit points are constant. So the IS-3 getting the lower plate on the IS-3 is really, really soft, especially since, again, at this angle, his plate is flattened compared to my angle. So getting a real nice burn on that guy for the kill. As you can see, I've already got 2,200 damage at this point, which is really nice for 4 tanks shooting at these tanks here. So let's get another kill. Again, right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Lower plate is flattened because he's on a downhill now. Okay, he's pointing his tank uphill. This is why you don't stop to shoot at somebody if you don't have the depression to just get your turret over the hill to be hull down. Do not shoot from that angle. If you're going to, at least come up a little bit, shoot, and back up. Because with this angle, I'm going to kill you all day long. Really not the smartest thing to be doing at this point. So these two guys are dead, really because they're being stupid. Let's do fixed camera angle. The gun on this tank is very, very accurate, as most German tanks are, most German guns are. But you're going to miss from time to time, even in 8.6. Now this is an 8.6 game, actually. So I should have the extra mobility. Right here, coming around on these guys. Boom, you're dead. Trying to cap us. 3002, slightly angled down plate. Again, one of the biggest things you can do to have a successful game, especially if you're on hills, is look at the angling of the armor. Once you start doing that, noticing the angling of the armor of the enemy tanks, you're going to know where to shoot, and it's going to make a dramatic difference in your games. If you see in this game, most of the time I'm shooting at the proper plate. Now in this case, the upper plate is the proper plate because the angling on the plate is so flattened compared to my incline here. Boom, right through it. Now, it's not like the 3002 DB really has all that great armor, but still, and always go for the weak spot, which is that machine gun turret. If you can hit it, go for it, which is what I'm aiming for anyway. Boom, he's dead. Again, pretty good teammates here, spreading the damage around and really working on these guys up in the north here. So that dude's dead. This team is basically falling apart. 4 kills so far. 3,100 damage, not doing so bad, especially with the unupgraded turret as it is. Now, if it was only me and one other guy trying to crest the hill right there, that could have been a much different story. Basically would have been 3 tanks versus 2 if you consider the TD as well. But instead, it was 4 guys shooting pretty much in concert there, spreading out the damage. So here we go, we've got an IS and a T-29. Now, I'm going to do here, if you watch, is I can expose myself right here to 2 tanks. Now, I do it in the initial pieces, but I recognize what I'm doing, and so I try not to expose myself to the T-29, which is crucial right here to have the least amount of guns shooting at me as possible and try to make it a 1v2 with this IS. Since he's not backing up, he's pretty much exposed at this point. Shooting him right in the turret ring there for the maximum exposure to weak armor. Now, if you look at the angles they're placing themselves in right here, their lower plates are extremely flattened compared to our position. But with the IS, you can generally, with the 200 pen gun, you can go right through the top plate anyway, usually. So, although right here it's highly angled, so you could have some difficulties. Now, T-29 is giving us extreme side armor. I hit the top plate at that extreme angle and didn't go through. So again, this is where you're going to want to pick out the lower plate or the part where the track meets the side armor there. That'd be very good. Now, if he's only going to expose his turret, hold down here. You can hit him. It's going to be hard, but you can try to hit him in the cupola. I'm still trying to catch him in the corner there, track him and damage him. Not doing so great. IS is pretty much bailed out of the situation, it seems like. Now, I was thinking about flanking right here. Basically coming over to right there and coming up the side to try to give this KV-1S a little bit of flank action. Not that this is going to last much longer. It's really down to just these 2 tanks. But still, that could really help out the KV-1S not getting just jacked up. Right here, the guy is waiting for one of us to pop out. I'm not going to give him a shot. I'm not making the KV-1S go, but at the same time, I'm just kind of waiting for people to come up behind him. The KV-1S pokes out. Now we've got shots on this guy. But there's no way before I was doing it. So, catch him in the lower plate right there. Nice hit. 25% of his health. So 4 shots from my gun will kill him. Pretty much. Now, I don't know if that was a good roll or not. Let's check. Well, let's pause the game and check to see if that was a good roll. Yeah, 320. That was an average roll. 320 being the average that your gun's going to hit. There we go. Right in the corner. Surprised it didn't track him. Doesn't matter to me. Nice hit on him right there. Gets to go back into fixed camera mode. Really now he's getting flanked pretty hard, so it's not like I really have to worry. I still don't want to die, though. There's no point in taking damage for no reason. 4,400 damage at this point. Pretty nice for a 1,400 hit point tank. It's about triple. Actually, it's a little more than triple. This is a really good game, though. This is not a game I have a lot, like I said. I'm trying to look at where I got hit here. We can do a little bit of analysis on that, not like it's really needed. I got hit right in the viewport there. Looks, well, really, I don't think that's considered the viewport Probably not close enough to be the viewport. Doesn't really matter anyway, because this tank has pretty bad armor. Did get a bounce on the top plate there, because, again, it's angled. So probably I'm getting the lower plate exposure quite often when I'm poking out, too, which can be really dangerous. That's why you need to only expose when you're trying to take a shot, and you've pretty much got the shot on the guy. If he's waiting for you to pop out to shoot you, and you know somebody's hopefully coming up around to flank, don't move. Just wait for your friends to come out. You want him to keep spotting you so that he won't actually push on you, because if he moves out of his position, it's going to be a lot harder for the enemy to come up, or I mean for the allies to come up behind him. Always be watching for those pincer moves. Watch what your teammates are doing. Nice hit there on this Panzer turret, Commander's Cupola, tower basically, for a 4,700 damage game. Now, and there it is. That's the mastery for this tank. I will be doing, obviously, a strategy series on this tank when I get the when I get the upgraded turret, and I'll have to get some games with the upgraded turret. But this is a really awesome game. It's exactly how to play this kind of a tank. I didn't really show you the speed too much. It's pretty much the path any heavy would take right there. But it's a pretty awesome game. Let me know what you think. See you later, guys.